Do I love G. Bush? Yes. Do I love Tyvis and Earl? Yes. But if they don't make Shedeur QB1, do I want the Browns to suck for the rest of their lives? Absolutely yes. What did y'all think? Huh? What did y'all think? I was going to switch it up?
Auntie, Faye, break the huddle, it's game day. Auntie, Faye, break the huddle, it's game day. Don't talk nice to me. Talk sports to me. Auntie Faye in the building. Better come with receipts. Ravens flock, purple pride. And she reppin' that team. But when Coach Prime hit the field, she locked in on the screen. Shit her in the pocket. Colorado got the spotlight. Auntie got the chat jumping. Everybody act right. Laughing and giggling, but don't get it confused. She'll cook your whole tank and then hit you with the news. 3 hypes a week. Better spin them with care. Use them on Auntie Faye when she pulls up in there. Chat going crazy. Everybody say hey. It's Auntie Faye. Breaks the huddle. Clear the way. Break that huddle. Don't talk nice to me. Talk sports to me. Auntie Faye got the mic. And she running the league. Ravens, Prime, Shedeur, all facts, no fumble. Tap in right now. Auntie Faye breaks the huddle.
Nephews, girl Auntie Faye, we are back with another video. You already know I took a break yesterday. I usually do take my breaks on a Monday. I really don't record or post on a Monday. Am I right? I'm right. Okay. But in the meantime, we are back with another video. We're going to get into Coach Monken, and he had a Zoom press conference basically with Mary Kay and like all of the people, and it had a whole bunch of questions for him. And then we're going to get into a few other things when it comes to Shedeur. In the meantime, niece and nephew, please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that post notification button so you never miss the upload from Auntie. Make sure you like the video, then hype the video. Like it first, and then hype it. You get 3 hypes. So we make sure you use them on me. We're gonna get right into this, okay? We got a lot. We got to get some things done today before I gotta go pick up my baby. Okay, so let's get to it. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? What is it? What is it? Let me know. Okay, let's get right to it. All right.
Yeah, I get it.
Just wanted to ask you about the quarterbacks as you go into these games with the quarterbacks. Deshaun going first, and then Shedeur as it was in Chicago, and vice versa. Do you script the start of each halves or the start of each of their times out to sort of maximize their opportunities there? Or do you, once you get into the flow of the game, whether it's whoever's coming in the third quarter, fourth quarter, do you sort of just kind of let it ride there?
Well, the opening script we did for Deshaun, and then when we get together at halftime, it's a little bit easier. It's a great question. When we're able to go on defense to start the second half, it's easier because hell, it's only 13 minutes at halftime to try and, all right, what are they doing? What do we want to stay out of? We were getting double cat. So we were trying to fix it on the sideline, some of the runs we liked. And then what did we want to stay out of? So we did this past weekend, come up with another script, basically what we liked for sure, Shedeur. But we did have the openers for Deshaun.
Okay, so basically he is saying that the first half, okay, that Deshaun played, there was a script, which means there were plays, okay? The second half, they were just winging it. Huh? They were just winging it, okay? I just want y'all know that they were just winging it, okay? Mind you, I just need y'all to understand. I know a lot of people are just making an over big deal about Shedeur. I see people like giving Shedeur certain grades and shit. Like people online are saying he's a B, C, D, E, F. Shedeur played not even a full half. He played a quarter. okay? It wasn't script out for him, okay? The same ones that were with Deshaun were not with Shedeur. Let's just throw that out there. It is, and I'm not giving out any excuses. Was the overthrow he did bad? Yes, it was, but I do see a lot of greatness, okay? Mind you, and I had to go back and rewatch that game and actually watch Deshaun play. Deshaun did not throw a ball over 10 yards, y'all. It was all check down. Now, if you guys do not remember, okay, Dylan had nothing but check downs last season, okay? And everybody was complaining about there is no oohs and ahs. It took them forever to make it downfield, right? If you go watch the game again, okay, if Deshaun, the person who saved Deshaun on that play, on that check down play, was Dylan Sampson. If he did not run for 40 something 50 yards, they would not have made it near the goal line. They wouldn't have. Deshaun would have been cooked, okay? Cooked. It would have been 0 points in the first half, okay? They only had 10. They only had 10 points. I'm just saying. They had 10 points in the first half, okay? Deshaun played okay. It was all checked down. Let this continue. I'm not gonna let y'all play with Shedeur.
For the most part, we had 11 on the field, broke the huddle. We just got to continue to work to not waste plays. We took a delayed game, took a timeout, had a missed cadence on the fumbled snap by Shedeur. And there were a couple others that formationally, again, just getting used to, again, being on the road. That's why we're doing it. Us as a coaching staff and then us as players. So that was probably the biggest thing, just a reminder of those. But everything else was pretty much what I saw down there, what I thought. So from there wasn't like anything where I thought, well, we got a little push here, we got this here.
Yeah.
Pretty much what I thought.
And I know what you said about splitting reps against the Bills on Thursday. How are you going to handle Monday through Wednesday with two quarterbacks?
Next, we'll go to Mary Kay.
Oh, hang on, Mary.
Yeah, Todd, just wondering, with this being such a big week and with the regular season opener less than a month away, what gives you a comfort level that you can still afford to split up the reps like this and really still alternate these guys and pretty much not know what your situation is going to be until after this Bills game, probably?
Before he continues with that, I don't know if you guys remember my live, if you were not in my live, but I did say in my live, and I showed you guys that Mary Kay basically said that during the preseason, he should not play with backups. Basically, he should only be with the ones, right? Because he could possibly get hurt. Mind you, the Bears weren't even playing the ones. So she was worried about backups hurting Deshaun. What about if Deshaun get picked to be QB1? Isn't he gonna play against the ones? What about if Deshaun becomes QB1? Isn't he gonna have to play at home and deal with the boos? I mean, what are we doing? Why are we babying his ass? I'm so over it. What are we doing right now?
I did feel going into last game that it was relatively close, in terms of both having an opportunity at the starting position. So it would be unfair to not go into the next game and allow Shedeur that opportunity, albeit a different team, certainly at home. There's no guarantee that, the same players will be playing this game, but it's the closest you have.
I'm going to bring that back. So Mary Kay is like, if Deshaun did better, why continue on with the competition, right? And he's basically saying it would be unfair, right, to give Deshaun a full half a game, 2 quarters, okay, for himself, okay, scripted, where he can play, and then just put Shedeur in for the third quarter, and we don't care about Dylan. Shedeur in for the third quarter, and then for the next Bills game, not give Shedeur that. Like, then what if come that the preseason game on Saturday, Shedeur throws 3 TDs in the half, right? Before the half, then what? You got to give him a fair chance because you have no idea what is going to happen. Like, I cannot stand Mary Kay. I really cannot.
Again, I did feel going into last game that it was relatively close, in terms of both having an opportunity at the starting position. So it would be unfair to not go into the next game and allow Shedeur that opportunity.
I agree.
Albeit a different team, certainly at home. There's no guarantee that, the same players will be playing this game, but it's the closest you have. And we owe it to both players who have really handled it well and have competed at a high level.
Okay, y'all. So we're going to get into something else. I don't really care to go into all of these clips, to be honest with y'all, but we're going to get into a few other things. Okay. So I don't know why people has been running with this narrative. Okay. I want y'all to listen in to what Coach Monken have to say, right? I'm listening to what Monken is saying. I don't know why no one else is listening to what he's saying. Okay. So let me let this play. I hope this is the clip right here.
Probably going to go that way. I'm not going to paint myself in the corner. Shedeur's going to play the first half. Deshaun will play the third quarter. Dylan will play the fourth quarter as we speak right now.
As we speak.
Probably going to go that way. I'm not going to paint myself in the corner. Shedeur's going to play the first half. Deshaun will play the third quarter. Dylan will play the fourth quarter as we speak right now.
Okay, so that's what he said is going to happen during the Bills preseason game, right? All right. Okay. Now, a lot of people are running with the narrative. I didn't hear him say this. A lot of people are running with the narrative that during the joint practice, if Deshaun outplays Shedeur during the joint practice, then Deshaun won't play in the preseason. I didn't even hear him say that. I don't know how anyone is running with this narrative. I'm so confused, okay? So this person says right here, his action shows he's made his decision. The starters aren't playing next game, but Shedeur is. So unless Shedeur jumps off the screen with the twos, Watson will be QB1 for week 1. In the preseason, Shedeur will have had no game time with the starters. What does that tell you? This is what this person say. I'm not disagreeing with this person, right? Why? Because I haven't really heard the clip yet, right? So let's listen into the clip as to what he says so I can figure out where he got this information from, okay? So let's listen in.
Would I like to have a decision today? Of course. Would I like a decision by next Monday? Of course. Well, I'd love to have that decision. And we'll see. We've got a lot of football this week. We've already had a lot of football. We've got 4 days of practice in a game that all adds into any decision with the roster and who the starters are. Some are further along than others, right? We already know that's part of it. And I'm okay. By the time we get to next week, that'd be great. We can start planning that way, have some practice, and then here we go against Jacksonville.
That's all he said. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you listen to that and make this? Am I missing something? Did he say this on another clip? If so, why not use that clip? I'm so confused. Why are people just like straight out changing what's going on? He didn't say that. Okay, so let's listen right here again. Todd Monken said Brown starters will get extensive action, and Joy Monken said he and the Buffalo coach Brady agreed if they get what they want out of the practice, they won't play starters in the preseason game. So let's listen to. Oh, so maybe this is the clip.
Well, we both talked about that. If we see out of our ones, our group, our older players, what we want to see on Thursday, they would not play. Well, we both talked about that. If we see out of our ones, our group, our older players, Thursday, they would not play in the game. We agreed upon that. Okay, the plan is that we'll play our ones a significant amount against each other, right? On Thursday in a controlled environment. Not that the other guys aren't going to get reps, but in a controlled environment and see where we're at. I would assume if it's anything like we practiced before, that it'll be on point with what we want and what we see, and then we get to see where we stack up against one of the premier teams of the last 10 years making the playoffs. I'm excited for that because in that practice we get to see our ones against ones, right? So that's going to be fun. I got a lot of respect for Joe and the staff there, and when Sean initially started, where Joe's trying to take it, and hopefully they're going to have a lot of respect for the way we play and the way we practice and handle ourselves.
Nothing in this clip says Deshaun was not going to play. Nothing. Him talking about the ones, for me, I'm thinking about the older O-lines, the older wide receivers like Jerry Jeudy. Like, I don't expect Jerry Jeudy to play. I hope Jerry Jeudy don't play with Shedeur come the Bills game. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm taking it. You know what I mean? Because technically, Isaiah Bond is gonna be a part of the one squad. Denzel Boston is gonna be a part of the one squad. Casey Concepcion is gonna be a part of the one squad. Now, if the Bills game come, right, and I don't see KC at all on the field with Shedeur, I don't see Bond at all with Shedeur, I don't see Denzel Boston at all with Shedeur, I don't see Junkins, I don't see Dylan Sampson at all with Shedeur, then we got something to talk about, right? Until then, we ain't got nothing to talk about. And let me tell you something, if they are not on the ground with Shedeur during Shedeur half with the Bills and Shedeur still cook with the backups, I'm not trying to hear shit. I'm not trying to hear shit. How about that? I'm not trying to hear a damn thing. How about that? How about that? Stop playing with him. Stop playing with our nephew. Stop playing. I'm telling y'all right now, I am only here for Shedeur. I'm going to keep saying it and keep saying it again. I don't care about the Browns. I need y'all to understand that. Auntie Faye do not care about the Browns. Do you hear me? Do I love G. Bush? Yes. Do I love Tyvis and Earl? Yes. But if they don't make Shedeur QB1, do I want the Browns to suck for the rest of their lives? Absolutely yes. What did y'all think? Huh? What did y'all think? I was going to switch it up? I'm not switching shit up. I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm here for. Do you hear me? I want Shedeur to kill every single team except for my Ravens, because I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. It is what it is. Feel how you feel. Do you hear me? Whatever team he go to, I want him to kill every single team except for the Ravens. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? Okay? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Hit that post notification numbers upload from Auntie. I love y'all. Don't forget. Don't talk nice to me.
Auntie Faye,
Talk sports
break
with me.
the
Ciao.
huddle.